Hello, Aries. These are your tarot cards for March of 2023. I'm DanielleStimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and if you want to learn more about live online Reiki certification classes with me, or one-on-one readings or distance sessions, go ahead and check out my website, learnreikiphiladelphia.com. So without any further ado, let's dive into your cards for this month. Okay, so Aries, this month I'm going to kind of skip ahead in this reading a little bit. There are some deeply spiritual overtones and two major arcanas out of the three cards in your reading. So there's definitely a lot that we are building to, and a deeply important new start kind of as the undercurrent. But the focus of the month is what seems like a very mundane card by comparison, is the Knight of Swords. So this is kind of the focus, the energy, and the way you might feel kind of going through this month. Knight of Swords. Swords are thought and intellect. They can, the Knight of Swords particularly can be quick to thought, kind of your mind is running a mile a minute and you're acting. You're quick to thought, quick to act, maybe a little too quick to think kind of thing. That's what this can mean. Don't believe that's what it necessarily means for you this month, but definitely where you have been feeling stuck, there's definitely an unstuckness. So that's good. That brings us to our next card. This card represents how you entered the month of March coming out of February, and that is the Seven of Swords. The Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is all about feeling really stuck, like feeling mentally stuck. And here we see the images of these swords. They're not actually literal. They're not real. They're not actually going to poke her. She looks like she's kind of in a dream, or really more a nightmare. She's trapped in this bubble, and it's kind of like being stuck in your own mental bubble, not being able to see the forest for the trees and just feeling like, I can't think of a better way. I can't think of another way. So that's kind of how you're entering this month with that. Like, there's just something where things can't shift or feel like they need to, and they're not. So where is the challenge for this month? It's not usually what we would think of as a challenge card, but it does show up in the challenge position. So we'll see what it means for you. That's the Nine of Cups. This is usually seen as the Make-A-Wish card. He's the jovial, has everything kind of merchant. And he's like, hey, I've got all this wine. What can I get you? And that's a cool thing. But in the challenge position, that kind of, remember, this is challenge juxtaposed to how you entered the month. It's almost like anything that shows up is going to make you feel like, yeah, I'll take that. That's better than this bubble in my own mind that I've been in. It has been very uncomfortable. What this is saying is make sure that you're not jumping to things or making changes that are kind of potentially shallow or just easy, or the proverbial low-hanging fruit. Like, hey, it's easy. It's right there. Great. I'll take it. There's going to be lots of opportunities this month, but you want to make sure that you are really giving it some time to focus on where you want to go, how you want to go there, what's most important to you, and not just grabbing the things that feel immediately great and just sort of resting on your laurels, which brings us to the best path forward. It's a very powerful card. It is the High Priestess. This is definitely a card that comes through as like, make a blessing, make a wish, ask your guides for something, start making things clear. The High Priestess is the feminine yin to the magician's masculine yang energy. He has all the suits, all the things that he can make them happen. He knows how to do the things and make things happen. She knows and understands the wisdom and understands why all of these things happened and what is going to happen next. She's divine wisdom. She's the sacred feminine. She is just in this place of almost so much in connection with the ebb and flow of the tides and the rhythms and patterns of nature and existence, that she just knows what's going to happen next. When this card shows up in the best path forward, the way I kind of want to read this is, this isn't a time just to go out and say, hey, whatever feels different is great. This is a time to yeah, you might be stuck in your bubble, but don't just be sort of stuck thrashing in your bubble. Turn into yourself, come to your spiritual center, reflect. Whether for you that might be journaling or taking some yoga or some meditation. I feel like this is a deep spiritual place of, okay, what do I really want? What has been calling to my heart and soul? What feels like it's more soul's purpose? Like a big shift is coming. What is something, if I could have anything, what would it be? What would it look like? And how could it happen? The high priestess is basically in that way forward saying, like, for some of you, this might be like a spiritual moment, like a come to Jesus type moment, like a sudden satori or moment of enlightenment, as they would call it in Japanese. One of those like big catalyst moments of, oh, I know what I need to do. But for some of you, you might need to work at this a little bit more. So give that some real attention rather than just feeling stuck. Go into your spiritual self rather than just numbing out and distracting. The card that we end on is the second major arcana. Major arcana are big soul purpose, life things that we have less mundane control over, by the way. And so we end with the whispers from your guides, literally what it sounds like. Your guides saying, this is what we want you to know. And it is another very powerful major arcana card, and it is the Fool. The Fool, for those that aren't familiar with tarot, is not about being foolish or childish. Quite the opposite. This is about very spiritually beginning a new chapter, beginning a new path. This Fool, if you look at him, in his hand is the world. He holds the world in his hand. He's standing on a ball, but he is not struggling for balance. He's got the moon behind him, which, yeah, he's stepping forward from his time in the darkness, stepping forward into a pretty good plan. Now, he doesn't know everything that's going to happen. He doesn't have the most experience, but he is with his whole heart, soul, mind, body, stepping into his next chapter. This is usually I see it as divinely related to the Death card, which in the traditional like Rider-Waite iconography is what we would think of as the Grim Reaper on a black horse with a flag that's black, with a flower in the middle that's white. And the Fool would be a young boy and his dog running jovially, and he's got, his bindle with the little he's bringing with him, and in his pocket, the white flower. The same white flower that was on the flag of death. When one thing closes, the next thing blooms and opens. And that's what this is all about. So there's some really big shifts coming for you, some really big opportunities to bloom and blossom. So don't simply settle for whatever is being offered and is sort of like, yeah, that's better than being stuck in a bubble. Spend some time deciding what you really want to go for and go for it, because it's a big door opening for you. This is going to be a very beautiful month, very challenging month, but a very fruitful month. So all the best to you, Aries. I am with you. I'm an Aries rising. If you want to be sure to join me for your cards in April, definitely go ahead and give me a subscription or a follow. And if you found this helpful, go ahead and give it a like. Again, I'm DanielleStimpson. You can learn more about me at Learn Reiki Philadelphia. Check me out on YouTube at Learn Reiki Philadelphia or TikTok at Learn Reiki. Thanks again. Have a beautiful month. You absolutely deserve it. And I will see you in April.